God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Job Shop USA. My name is Keith and I'm here in my job shop. All right, just as you saw, I have the surface gauge pointer in there locating the peripheral run out of the thermostat housing in the closeting lathe. All right, let's come on in closer and I'm going to show you all the aspects of how I set this up. Because all of this is cast out here, this was a machine surface, and at the same time that all this machining surface was done, there was some machining done down inside the bore, and that's why I use the surface gauge here to register the peripheral. These two jaws here happen to be underneath these ears, which these ears are flat in relationship to the top surface here as well. So that gives me the face security of how it's running there. And also when I turn it up and I spin it, overall rough material seems to be turning nice and true. So I'm going to say that's a go for machining this flange. So I'm just going to come in here. I want to hit a high spot just so I can come out to the outside here. Okay, I'm just starting to touch that braze. I'm just setting the travel dial on the lathe here, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and give it 25,000 and we're gonna come across there. We're gonna have to give it some feed here as well. All right. That was a good starting point right there. Okay, I'm gonna take another 25, but I'm gonna stop it real quick. I just wanna look at, we're looking good. Okay, starting to hit one of the ears or close to the ear. All right, we're going to be taking it down some more. We got a couple little hollows there and a couple little bubbles. Nothing too extreme. And remember, there's going to be a gasket that's going to be going over this whole thing right here. So a lot of that is going to be relevant. And also, too, because we're going to take this down to where we just start seeing the cast. So we're a ways away from that. It looks like, if I scale from this face right here, it looks like we're about 50 thousandths from that face right now. And I'm going to set my dial on my thing to 0 so that I will be able to kind of confirm that guesstimate that I have. All right, we're going to take it on down close to that surface there. Okay, we do have quite a bit of bubbling out here, but this is looking really nice and solid right in here. We're still probably about 10 thousandths, 15 thousandths away from getting down to the cast. All right, I'm gonna take 15 because I'm gonna go strong on that guesstimate there. We should start skipping the ductile or cast iron material on this cut here. Okay, I just turned off my fan. We'll see if it quits blowing against the spotlight, which actually shakes the camera, I think. Right here and right here are just starting to come into the cast material. You know, there are some bubbles in here, and you know, it's the luck of the draw. And just, I mean, I didn't really rotary burr a lot of this area right out here. I was concentrating down in here where it was really, and look at that's where I concentrated actually had the better results. But I wasn't taking too much off of this outside shape right here. And of course, that as surface had a little bit of gaseous action in it, and that's what that's all about. I'm not worried about it, and I'm not concerned about it, because anytime that you have those kind of things on a flat compression place, you can fill those up with Marine Tex, JB Weld. You can fill a lot of things in there, because basically all you're going to do is just be filling in the hollow so it has more uniform contact on that gasket. This gasket is big and broad, and this gasket also should be somewhat glued with Permatex aviation forma gasket or something like that. All right, now you can see that I'm kind of holding that up to the holes, and we have good material in here. So we're going to be supporting that thermostat really well. I got to measure this right up here. This has a little bit of crush in here. We don't want to make it the total thickness as far as the depth, because we want a little bit of pressure in there just to locate and register this. This actually kind of sets in, of course, it'll be one way or the other. I think it fits in there like that. The gasket's going to be going underneath there like this, and then it's going to be putting pressure down against the block. All right, so now we're going to go for the bore. I may take one more skim on there. I may just leave it just like that. Well, we have a little hollow right here between the braze and that on that ear. It's not real important, but I think I'll probably take another 5/1000 off of this face here. All right, we got our boring bar in here, and you're kind of looking from the back side of the lathe there. And I think we're just going to go ahead and we're going to touch off there. I'm just kind of looking, and I'm going to give it a little bit to make it look somewhat round there. Okay, let's go with that. Now you can see how well I got that material in on that back side down in there. So that's a good amount of lip that's in there. Let's go ahead. We're just going to measure a hole here. See what we are. 19975. We can go to 2150. 2150. Yeah, that puts a good 2150 puts a good amount in there. All right. It's going to take 25. If we get it round and it looks good, I think I'm going to leave it. We have more material under the thermostat. Still have a tiny hollow there. Another 15. Little tiny bit of a hollow right there. Let's see what we got here for a dimension here. Okay, yeah, 254. Take another 20. All right, we got a nice round surface there. All right, I like that. Yeah, we got one little heavy bump on the backside right there. Not bad. Okay, we're at 2 inches. I think we're going to leave it at 2 inches. It's a little tiny bit smaller than our gasket. We're going to have some good material there. Okay, now I'm going to machine a register for that to sit in. Now, the ribs and everything else, this thing is like 50 thousandths. I'm going to say 15 shy of 50, so one is about 35. I'm going to give it 35 thousandths worth of register. I ought to have enough positive push on the gasket with that in there. All right, so we'll call that 0. Okay, I set my dial at 0 on my cross speed there, so I know how much more to bring in. I'm going to measure how much we got here. I'm getting about 326. The overall diameter of this is 2492. I'm going to just sneak out to it. We're real close. I'm going to probably, I'll set 0 and I'll bring it out till depth there, and then I'll make sure that the register. Okay, here's our finished depth here. Okay, let's see how this sets in there. I like that. All right, now we're just going to break that corner right there, and we might reach in here just to trim a little bit of that roughness off of that back side. I don't, probably not worth the effort. We just got some leftover white Marine Tex. This was brand new when we were putting that little patch in on the closing lathe there. We've used up quite a bit of this, and I believe 5 parts Marine Tex to 1 part catalyst. You know, it's kind of similar to those other. Now, I'm looking, I probably got way more than I need right there anyway. There's our 5 parts. Now let's get our 1 part out of here. Well, that's a little way more than 1 part. Okay, now let's go ahead and apply it generously, pushing it down into our little air pockets. We taped off that center section there so that we wouldn't get anything down in the thermostat register there. We're using it, we're not bonding anything with this. We're using this to fill up spaces. So many people want to try to use JB Weld or any of those products there to try to hold something on. And I think they lose it. They lose it with that line of thinking there. Okay. I'm gonna, there we go. I got one place there that's a little stubborn. There we go. Okay, and one spot over here that I forgot. I like that. Now, we got tape in there, but we're still gonna try, we're gonna go ahead and scoop up. There we go. Okay, we're gonna let that. Two of these big ones, I'm just gonna leave a little bit of a proud bubble shrinkage. Yeah, we're gonna lap this on the granite block over there afterwards. I'm surprised this hadn't kicked already because I did accidentally drop a lot of hardener in on this. All right, let's give that a little bit there and we'll clean up our mess. Okay, we just came back from the lapping area where we lapped this surface right here so that all the filled little holes there were all filled up. All right, here's our thermostat fitting in there, and then here's our gasket going over the top right there. All right, it's gonna be good to go. Okay, just to bring you in for a face shot here, let's see if we can get that focused in there real quick. All right, there you go. All right, it's gonna seal up. Customer's gonna be happy. Thank you very much for stopping in, Job Shop USA. My name's Keith. Until next time, get her done.